Thrawn was a more than capable military commander who brought countless victories for the Empire. But what would have happened if Thrawn was with the Republic during the Clone Wars?
One beyond your power to destroy.
It would not seem so.
You cannot see. But I can.
What do you see?
I see your defeat, like many arms surrounding you in a cold embrace.
So, from the novel Thrawn, we know that at some point during the Clone Wars, he does come into contact with Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker when he was part of the Chiss Ascendancy. Now, by the time Thrawn is discovered by the Galactic Empire, he's been exiled for his views on how the Chiss should deal with a mysterious threat from the unknown regions. The Chiss have a strong code of conduct that forbids them from being the first to initiate violence, they will only respond. So, for this theory, I'm going to say that the Separatist alliance that controlled much of the territory in the Outer Rim and close to the unknown regions begins putting pressure on the Chiss Ascendancy, and Thrawn holds the view that this needs to be stopped before the CIS attack the Chiss. Again, the likelihood of the CIS attacking the Chiss is probably going to be incredibly low, but for the fun of the theory, we're going to say that they are threatening them. Now, since Thrawn wants to start a conflict with the CIS, he's exiled for his controversial views, but we're going to say that he contacts Anakin Skywalker and through him enlists into the Republic Navy after being sponsored by Palpatine, who would likely see the value of having Thrawn as an ally. Essentially, he's going to go into the Republic ranks in a very similar manner that he did with the Imperials in our timeline. So, perhaps the most important point to take away from this is that Thrawn would rise through the ranks far quicker than he did with the Empire. In the Republic, despite there being somewhat of a discriminant against aliens, it was far less than it was in the Empire. Thrawn's career was almost cut short on numerous occasions due to humans in the Imperial military who found the very fact that he was alien made him incapable of doing his job, and this did hinder him greatly, meaning his rise through the ranks was relatively slow. So in the Republic, Thrawn would likely be able to become a high rank in the Navy relatively quickly. Now, it's no secret that Thrawn is an incredibly competent military commander, and I believe he would be just as successful, if not more so, in the Clone Wars. We know that Thrawn likes to study his opponents to make him more of a successful adversary, and I believe that he would have no problem learning how the CIS droids were programmed, making them predictable. In fact, in the novel, Thrawn relishes in studying Clone Wars era Separatist tech, such as buzz droids and even vulture droids. As well as this, the various admirals and commanders of the CIS, many of which were alien with their own unique quirks, such as Admiral Trench and General Grievous, I think that Thrawn would learn from their records how to best deal with them, unlike many others who were just not prepared for the sheer ferocity of some of the CIS commanders. So again, I think Thrawn will be a superb commander, and would definitely bring in lots of victories for the Republic. Despite becoming a war hero in the eyes of the Republic, I have doubts that Thrawn would be quite so friendly with the likes of the Jedi. Although we know that Thrawn did seemingly form a bond with Anakin Skywalker when he met him, it's important to remember Anakin is far from a normal Jedi. The Jedi Order and the Chiss Ascendancy that Thrawn was exiled from do have similar ethics, using violence as a final resort. The Chiss refuse to initiate conflict, and the Jedi's philosophy often causes them to not totally defeat an enemy. For this reason, I believe that Thrawn would not be able to help but have a bit of a distaste for the Jedi, similarly to how Tarkin and many other Republic officials did, and the Jedi would likely find Thrawn's considerably brutal tactics deplorable, and disregard for the well-being of others to cause further conflict between them, because as we know, Thrawn will do anything to complete the task, the means will always justify the end result. Ultimately, Thrawn would likely find a place close to Palpatine. His vast knowledge of the Outer Rim and unknown regions would make him a valuable asset for when Sidious took power, as that entire region was mostly war-torn and lawless at this point. As well as this, such a tactical mind would always be useful. Ultimately, I believe Thrawn would be kept around for when Sidious did carry out Order 66, and I believe that Thrawn would definitely choose to support Sidious's decision, as he wants a strong force, one that can defend his people, and as I said, I highly doubt that he'd believe that the peacekeeping Jedi or the bureaucratic Republic would be capable of providing this. We know Thrawn wants to protect his people at all costs, even if they don't want his help. And if that means supporting a power-mad Sith in conquering the galaxy, then so be it. I believe Thrawn would likely at some point be made a Moff. It's undebatable that he has a great mind and would make a strong leader, possibly even been made the governor of the Outer Rim someday. This was originally Tarkin's responsibility, however Sidious could definitely find more uses for Tarkin. Thrawn may very well take a more political role, as Sidious would trust him even more, and I think that we can all agree Thrawn would likely be a very capable leader. However, as he rises through the ranks, he would have to deal with far more competition from inside the Imperial regime, but he would be in a far stronger place to defend himself, having the ear of the Emperor. But what do you think Thrawn siding with the Republic during the Clone Wars would look like? Would he be a vital asset or not? And how do you think this would affect the Empire after Sidious's rise to power? Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Please put your opinions below, as I found this to be a particularly interesting and fun rethink. Please remember to like and sub if you did enjoy, as it's really appreciated and helps the channel grow. Also, follow me on Twitter at The Lore Guy for regular updates. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.